And I'm gonna make a copycat version of the delicious Brussels sprouts that I get from a restaurant called Dell'anima in New York. Shout out to the chefs there. I'm gonna first start with our Brussels. So, you know, you've got your Brussels, and sometimes they come really woodsy, especially if you're one of those farms that's like pick them and pick it yourself. They'll come on that stalk. You gotta pick them off and then get them ready for your pan. So the first thing is, you see I pick off these little woodsy pieces, and then I like to trim the bottom. And then for the big ones, and pretty much all of them, kind of come in and quarter them. If some of the leaves fall off, big whoop-de-doo, put them right into your bowl for prep. If you get like the really teeny ones, you can just go in half, but everything goes into the bowl. All right, the bottom is cut off. They're all into quarters. I'm getting them right into my pan right now. I've got my pan on like a medium high, and some good old high smoke point oil, not your olive oil, you know? Go for like canola, veg if you want, and just a nice coating on the bottom. All right, so I'm just gonna get these in. You're gonna put them in right when you kind of see the oil starting to swirl. This might be a, you know, fan the smoke detector moment at home for you. I usually like to let everyone know it's gonna go down like that. Just get them in. Little tiny sizzle at the beginning. It's okay to overcrowd because you're gonna end up tossing these and moving them around, but everything should get nice contact space with the bottom. And no need to hit it with any salt or pepper right now. Matter of fact, we're gonna build some flavor in this sauce that really is what got me excited about these Brussels when I first had them. I've got some honey in here. The sour is some balsamic vinegar. Now, to that, rosemary, fresh, straight from the patio deck. Just a little bit of liquid smoke, hickory scented. Goes a long way. Get that in there. And then I'm just gonna whisk this up. Hit it with a nice little pinch of salt and pepper. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna cook this down until it becomes nice and syrupy and a little bit thick. Now, I'll be honest with you, you can also go one step further and just buy balsamic glaze and add everything else to it, and you're kind of ready to go with the sauce. But this only takes about 10 minutes to reduce and slightly thicken. And matter of fact, I've got one back here, I wanna show it to you. Okay, look at that. Look at how luscious that is. And you're gonna try and get color on pretty much all the sides here. You can kind of see just a little bit of that golden brown happening. So just move them around, not a lot, because you really want some contact space with the Brussels sprouts, the pan, the heat, so you get that nice charred color on it. And when most of things are charred up, that's when you wanna add in some red onion. So I've got a pan over here. I've already got started, I wanna show it to you. Just a little swap, swap. Look at that. Now, if you've roasted Brussels sprouts in the oven before, you know this is where it's at. You could almost just stop right here. But if you look very closely, you can see those red onions, how tender they are. You can see the crunchy, crispity pieces right here. Some of the Brussels aren't completely charred, so you still got that toothsome bite. There's a lot of texture going on here. Now, this is like maybe a 25, 30, sometimes 40 minutes, depends on how many Brussels sprouts you have and how hot and wide that pan is for you. But don't forget to get those red onions in when you feel like you're about 80% done with the darkening of your Brussels here. All right, you hear that heat and that sizzle? Very easily now. Just gonna come through. Literally, because my palate knows this is sweet and tangy, I just had a Pavlov response, right? So then get this into the game plan. Wanna toss that. Make sure everything's all over. Now, remember I told you at the restaurant, they smoke their pepitas, which are just pumpkin seeds, but not the same as pumpkin seeds because they don't have that hole on them. Instead of smoking them, I toast them, and then obviously I put that liquid smoke into the sauce. So just right over the top here, bringing more crunch. And then you can use dried cherries or cranberries. Kind of starting to look like Brussels we've had before. And that's it. Bring this over and get it into our serving bowl. and just sending love to all of the chefs that are getting back into their kitchens, all of the diners that are getting back into those seats and ordering like never before. There you have it, a copycat recipe from Dell'anima in New York City. Let me give a taste. Hope I made the chef there proud. Shout out to Chef Andrew Whitney. Yeah, man. Oh, you didn't know that was me sitting there? I'm sure he doesn't know I was on Food Network. Oh. Even with my little changes, still gives me every single thing I love about your Brussels sprouts. That sweet, that tangy, the crunch from the pepitas.